and welcome here in LATOKEN Capital TV. My name is Javier Borja, manager of VCTV, and like every session, we bring you the innovation, technology, and solutions you want to hear about. During all our sessions, you get to hear directly from the CEOs and the relevant speakers for the project. Today, I'm very glad to present a great project, MOONER, represented by Gavin and Chris. Gentlemen, how are you?
Good,
we're very
Javier.
well, thank you.
How you doing? How you doing yourself?
Great, fantastic. Great to have you here. I'm really interested about Mooner. We have a lot of questions. So it's going to be a great show. But before we jump into that, I just want to remind our viewers that as you can see, you can always see our previous shows and content by visiting latoken.com/VCTV/shows. Also, you can follow us on our socials like Facebook and Twitter. If you're watching on YouTube, then just hit the subscribe button. You'll always be informed of great content and even giveaways. As an important reminder also to our viewers, remember that anything mentioned here is not any type of financial advice. Please do your research before making any decision. It is your choices and your responsibility. With that said, gentlemen, once again, thank you for joining us. I think we're ready for our first round of questions. And for our viewers, you are also able to place live questions. Just go into the chat and we'll post them here. First, gentlemen, can you please tell me where are you from, and if you can tell us a little bit about the team?
Sure. Thanks, Javier, for having us on VCTV. We are very glad to be here. So my name is Situ Christian, and everybody calls me Chris. And we are all from Singapore. The whole team is based out of Singapore. Well, basically, I've been an advocate of equal pay opportunity, and most importantly, a very fair wealth distribution model for everybody. So ever since I was young, this has been like a driving force for me. So I've always, aimed to achieve that for everybody. So that's the reason why I started my own business when I was quite young, and I've been like a serial businessman ever since. My main primary business is in the pest control industry in Singapore, which I started in 2012, which is maximum pest management, and that has been going on right up to now. And that is also partly one of the reasons how the idea behind moonlighting and the MOONER application stemmed from. So the rest of the team from MOONER are all talents and experts within their own individual fields who share my same philosophy. And basically, I got them all together to come up with and join and do this project together. So I'll let Gavin introduce himself.
Hey guys, yes, thanks Chris for the introduction. Thanks Javier for having us, and thanks guys for joining us today. Well, I'm Gavin, Zinesh Gavin. People call me Gavin. I'm the co-founder of MOONER app, right? So a little bit about myself. I mean, Chris has informed you a little bit about the idea behind how we started working together. I finished my bachelor's in communication design in Australia in QUT. I bring to the table probably about 20 over years of experience in IT, design, communications, business, and real estate. I'm currently self-employed in the real estate industry in Singapore, and that is basically how it led me to, working with Chris on the development of MOONER, right? When Chris spoke to me about the idea of MOONER, I saw the huge importance it would play in alleviating unemployment. And when COVID really hit, this importance was further reinforced. Yeah, I guess we set out to develop this idea, in a lot more depth, and I'm proud of what we have achieved thus far till today. And I guess as we go through today's session, we'll be able to tell you more about the application and the token behind it.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, for both of your introductions. And that's interesting because I was, of course, reviewing the MOONER website, and I was trying to analyze it, and also trying to put it somewhere in a market. Can you explain us a little bit in which market are you? Because obviously it's an app, right? It's connected to the blockchain. As you're giving a concrete solution for a need. But in which market would place yourselves?
Well,
Well,
Chris, did you go ahead? Yeah, Chris, thank you.
I would say we would place ourselves in the gig economy. So right now, everything is at a touch of a fingertip on your mobile phone. And I mean, there are very big players out there in the market like Uber and Grab and Gojek. I mean, Grab and Gojek are very big in Singapore and Asia. But Grab has just recently listed in the New York Stock Exchange as well. So primarily the gig economy comprises of ride-hailing platforms and food delivery platforms. So I would
Okay.
say that we are in the middle of this, and we are not only providing ride-hailing, but we set ourselves to provide service bookings. So services such as handyman service or hairdressing service, pretty much any sort of service under the sun, you could register and start providing a service on a purely freelance model based on your own availability, time, and your own schedule. So there are a lot of good things about the application that later on we will share. But pretty much this would be our market, which is in between ride hailing and general services. We've also got a lot of functions within the application to incentivize sharing and recurring passive income. That coupled with cryptocurrency, where every transaction on the application will be using our MNR token. So all that coupled together, I would say that we stand separate from most of the competitors that are out there.
Great, thank you. No, definitely, it's very interesting because one of the things I like is that it's very straightforward. It's really you can really just grasp it. You see the app and then you understand the concept behind it. Which leaves me to my second question. Uh, Also, there was a problem that you foresaw, and you have this written also on your website. You saw the problem, you identify it, and that motivated you and your co-founders to start the project. But for our viewers today, I would like if you can explain a little bit what was that problem, and how do you think that Mooner is actually helping and solving it?
Well, I guess, Javier, unemployment has been around for a while. Yeah. Now, even in Singapore, unemployment figures they are not as high as other parts of the world, but there is unemployment in Singapore. And
Mhm.
when we came up with this idea, or when Chris brother came up with this idea and discussed it with me, I had just changed from being employed to being self-employed,
Okay.
right? I saw the benefits of being self-employed, and I have been self-employed ever since for the last 11 years,
Mhm.
right, in the real estate industry in Singapore. So that put to me saying that there are many other people out there that also need or could generate extra income apart from their normal jobs. Number one. Number two, if they are unemployed, they are able to provide a service. Think about it as any service, like Chris mentioned. You could walk dogs, you could provide cleaning services, handyman services, any service you can think under the sun, pest control services, haircut services. With COVID-19 coming in, all the platforms that either offer delivery or ride-hailing platforms or service platforms like ours have increased exponentially. The orders, the uptake, the usage has increased exponentially. People want to avoid going out, because they're afraid
Yeah.
of getting in touch with the virus right now. And the gig economy is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. So why not tap onto it and allow people that have lost their jobs also due to COVID-19 um, to have a platform where they can provide services and generate that income for their family.
Perfect, great. Thank you. I completely agree with you. I see that, for example, there are several websites that have of services that have been created specifically for when COVID hit and people didn't really want to go out. But now,
Mhm.
at least, well, depending on the waves, but when COVID was going down and people were able to go out, they got used to it. Like, rather we just use the app, they come to home, especially, I don't know, in Singapore, but in Europe, it was groceries, home
Everybody
delivery.
orders everything online in Singapore. It's just a click of a button, and they want their services right now. It's like, I want to click a button. I want to be able to get my service rendered to me relatively soon or right now.
Exactly, and I agree when you said it's not going away. People already got used to it, and it's here to stay. So
That's
that's
correct.
that's definitely what I see part of this new, you could call it, common trend worldwide. So
That's
that's
right.
really, I think, interesting. A lot of potential there. Like you guys, you saw the opportunity and you're going for it. So I think that is really great. Another thing is, usually to the guests when they come, I ask them for an elevator pitch. If
Sorry,
you
there's a
meet
little bit of.
some there, yeah, there's a little bit of an echo. So when there comes a project, I would ask him. Imagine you and me have just met, and you have like 2-3 minutes to explain me the whole project and the benefits. Can you do that now?
Yeah, you're putting us on the spot.
I know, I know, I know. I like to do that.
Yeah. So, Gavin, you want to take this, or shall I?
Well, I mean, I can try. I guess. Okay. To put it simply, MOONER app is a location-based service booking platform where users can book and provide services which enable them to earn extra income or a passive income. Now, the services that you can provide can range from dog walking services to cleaning services, handyman services, landscaping services. If you can provide it, and you can provide it well, you can earn an income from it. Now, the best thing about the app is that the charges are quoted by service providers and not determined, on a rate card system like other apps are, right? The prices are negotiated between the user and the service provider before the service even starts. Now, in addition to that, I guess we have an incentive scheme that enables service providers to earn the passive income that I mentioned earlier, simply by referring their friends and families to join and use the MOONER application. Now, MOONER application has its own token, MNR, that is currently in round one IEO on LATOKEN Exchange. This token will be used for all transactions on the application. So I guess, with that being said, a short and a sharp one, with the usage of the token on the application, the value of it is going to rise inevitably. There's adaptability, there's a real world application behind the token. In order for that token to actually, be useful in a sense, you know what I mean, to be adopted by the public in a sense.
Great, thank you. Thank you very much. I know sometimes it's not easy to summarize the whole project and the whole
Okay.
concept in just a few
I hope
minutes.
I hope I did it well
Yeah,
enough,
no,
and
you did.
without anything else. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
in the gist of it all, that's exactly what the project is about. Yeah. But
perfect.
let's
Thank you.
move on. Yeah.
And to help you out, you have this great video that explains it. And if you allow me, that I would like to play that for our viewers right now.
Please
Sure,
do.
sure. Please go ahead.
MOONER is a new concept mobile application set to launch in Singapore. It matches service seekers to nearby service providers instantly. Every user can set up services that they can provide and charge what they feel is fair. MOONER is a location-based service booking application for your home and office needs. Some services include pest control, cleaning, handyman services, and more. MOONER also allows home businesses. Some services you can provide are yoga classes, food businesses, hairstyling services, basically any service under the sun. All transactions on the MOONER app are completed using its very own MOONER token. MOONER is a BEP20 token on the Binance Smart Chain. MOONER app also allows users to book drivers or chauffeurs. Rates for services on MOONER are agreed and not stipulated. In-demand services on demand. Watch out for MOONER Service Booking app, launching 2021 in all app stores.
Nice, very, really nice video. I liked it. Very, very, very entertaining as well. Very visual. And to our viewers, please drop us any comments you have in our chat. We want to hear from you, and also that you please remember that you can find more about Mooner, simply go to moonercoin.io as featured down there in the banner. You'll be able to read more about the white paper, about the team, what are their projections, roadmap, and so on. So please do educate yourself. Do go and visit them. Now let's continue. Now this sounds like simply a great project. You're helping a society as well by these people that have a sub-employment or are unemployed. Is a great way to really ride on this trend that we spoke about. Is here to stay, or but really having everything more delivered to you, more convenient. That part is clear. Now, can you please explain about the token? How does the token get involved into the whole project and the ecosystem?
Sure. Well, cryptocurrency is not so new, right? Everybody knows Bitcoin. Everybody knows there is potential. That is going to revolutionize finances, and it already has, right? I mean, even El Salvador has incorporated Bitcoin as their
National.
legal tender, right? So ours, obviously, as explained in our video and earlier as well, is the BEP20 token on the Binance Smart Chain. And basically, it'll be used for all transactions that occur on the application to pay or to award service providers with our MNR token when they complete a service job. So every transaction that occurs when the user makes a booking, they will award MNR tokens for the equivalent value in fiat to the service provider. So once the service provider receives this MNR within their wallet, within the application, they are able to withdraw this easily on the application where there is an exchange function where we will credit fiat into their bank account and receive the MNR on the blockchain. So everything is transparent, and they can also choose to hold this MNR within their wallet and transfer it into an external wallet or into an exchange to start trading. So that is definitely their own prerogative. But I guess this will be a project that has a real world utility and application that is tied in with the usage of the MNR token.
That's correct.
Thank you. And also, thank you for that, Chris. And also, I wanted to remind our viewers that Mooner is already listed in LATOKEN. And if you
That's
allow
correct.
me, I would like to share the page. You see here that if you would go to latoken.com/IEO/MNR, you will land on the page where Mooner is featured. Now, please pay attention to the right side of the screen. You can see the round one has ended. It was from the 15th of Jan to the 16th of Jan until today. However, very important, there will be a second round starting tomorrow, 18th of January. As you see here on the right side, the IEO price will increase a little bit, not by much, so that means that you're still on time. As you know, the earlier you reach one of these projects, the better. You get a better rate. If you see the first IEO round that is finished actually today was sold out. So then it doesn't mean you're already locked out. You can still join the second round. And also take note, there's going to be a round 3 from the 6th of February. So if you go into round 2, that obviously means that you're going to get the token at a better price. So that from investors' point of view, that's very, very relevant. And again, I would like to stress, please visit the website, learn more about the token. If you go here to this landing page, you will be able to see the video, learn more about the content. What is Mooner talking about? You'll have your description and important the tokenomics. You're going to see the token allocation, how is it split? Very, very important. You will see here, for example, that 45% is based on research and product, 10% on the network cost, sales and marketing is 30%, and so on. This is, again, what we were talking about. You can read here about the problem and the solution that they are offering and the ownership. You can see also about the team itself who is behind it. So all this information is in the landing page, which again, I'm going to repeat the link. It is latoken.com IEO/MNR. And just as a reminder, we start today the second round that will last until the 6th of February. You can see here that the price will increase compared to the first round, but later on, when the third round starts, it's going to increase a little bit more. So remember saying that the early bird gets the worm. So with that said, this is a call for action to our viewers. First thing, educate yourself more about the project. Go to moonercoin.io, learn more about it. And the second step is go to latoken.com. If you do not have an account with LATOKEN, please go latoken.com, upload one piece of ID, and you start ready to trade. So with that said, I would like to ask then, talk about the benefits for investors. What can investors expect when they will be investing in your token?
Okay,
Well,
that's a great question.
Chris, Chris, why don't you take this one? I mean,
Well, before we get into that, I just want to share very quickly about MOONER, right? The name MOONER technically is an abbreviation or like a shortened version for moonlighting.
Mm-hmm.
So moonlighting is where people have a specific job and then they are moonlighting as something else. So that's how the name came about, MOONER,
Okay.
right?
Great.
Yeah, so I just thought I should just throw it in there. So benefits for benefits for investors. What
Yeah.
can they expect by investing into MOONER token? Well, we've been working full time on our MOONER app for the past few years, and there's been a lot of sweat and a lot of work that has gone into conceptualizing the whole idea about how to integrate the MOONER token and everything into the ecosystem. And at this stage, we are at the MVP, which is the minimum viable product, and we have just going to launch our beta and take on beta users in Singapore. The token integrates payments, bookings, KYC. All of these functions are all working very well within our MVP right now. Basically, within the first quarter of this year, we'll be launching in Singapore. By joining and investing in us, you are not only investing in a company that is providing much needed opportunities to generate income, but also a company that is leveraging off the latest technology to reach our goals. With the real world application, the use behind MOONER token, and MOONER token will increase in value just like any other token which has utility, right? So the bookings that go on within the MOONER application will in result have transactions that are occurring using the MNR token. So with the utility, the price of the token definitely is set to increase. So having said that, it is definitely a project that you would want to invest in, because there's going to be a lot of transactions so long as the bookings grow and the transactions grow.
yeah, I'd say good one. That's a good summary of why you should invest in MOONER token. Yeah.
Okay, great. Gavin, do you want to add something?
I mean, I think Chris really has said it
You
right. I
nailed
mean,
it.
he's nailed it. Well, I can say, well, with the launch of the beta in the first quarter of this year, and then thereafter the main launch in Singapore, and with the uptake of delivery services and the uptake of anyone joining the gig economy, and the amount of demand there is for it, the platform that we're on the right track. And in saying that, we also have an incentive scheme that we haven't touched on. It's an incentive scheme just by you referring your friends and your family, and when they use the app and they onboard with the app or they provide services, you get that incentive with the other people in your network that you have referred, with every job that they've done. So this gives you sort of a passive income, even when you're not working or you're not providing services in your downtime, where you have the availability of flexible hour working because you are self-employed. which is exactly what the MOONER application and the mission behind MOONER App Private Limited is, and empowering everybody to be self-employed. I guess, once we are off the ground, and generating, big revenue, what we intend to do is, to release like our annual audited financial reports on our websites, just like other companies would do, are required to do so. This would build, investor confidence and provide a lot more transparency. I mean, in saying that, all transactions, because we are leveraging upon blockchain technology, all transactions are basically on a public ledger. It's irreversible, irrevocable, and immutable, right? And this will provide much what do you call greater transparency for investors who are looking to invest in our project. I guess to sum it up, by buying MNR tokens, you'll be backing a project with a real world utility and a function behind it. It's not a meme coin, that has got great uptake. Not to diss them at all. I'm even a holder of meme coins myself, but this token actually has a real world application behind it.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I think that is actually was going to lead me to my next question. That what makes your project different than other projects out there? And I think you just answered that this is not only just a simple speculation token that you just hope the token goes up and then you just hold until then and dump it. This actually is linked to a real project. And what's interesting is that the project itself is about actual work, jobs, like
that's
things
correct.
that people need and will continue needing regardless of the market. But but again, do you see it like that? Do you see that is your main differentiator?
I would say our main differentiator would be applications these days or whatever is out there are all on a rate card basis. So the platform determines what your fare is going to be from point A to point B. So MOONER app is slightly different because it will be customer to customer,
Hmm.
and they will negotiate and talk about the price, and they will come to a conclusion on what they are agreeable with. I mean, in this day and time, everybody likes to haggle and negotiate for the best rate. So if it's already predetermined by the application, then it takes away for them to negotiate or get a better price. So maybe person A may quote $10 for a $5 job, right? And person B quotes $5, and the onus is on the user to go through all the responses that they receive, go through the ratings that they have received, and determine for themselves who is the best service provider that they wanna engage.
So
So
that
that's
means that they will get like the different offers, and it's up to the
correct.
user to decide which one does that
Suits
person
them.
want to go for. Okay.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Based on the different reviews and ratings that have been reviewed by the previous customers or service seekers of this service provider,
Hmm.
they can choose. They can negotiate their prices, and they can. It's a C2C model, right? I mean, I guess what MOONER in essence does is the application, the platform does is it alleviates unemployment. It helps to generate income. There's what would push or motivate users to use it is we've got a very unique incentive program. There's a legacy planning attribute to that also to motivate users to use the platform long term.
Hmm.
It ensures longevity of the application, right? It's not rate card based. uh, these factors, I guess, are what make us stand out from the unicorns that are out there. There are a couple of unicorns in Singapore, big ones, Grab, Gojek, just to name a few, right? But it makes us stand out from what model they have portrayed so far, or they are following so far.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I think your project is does have a lot of benefits. It is unique within its own market, and yeah, definitely with a lot of potential. And once again, just to remind our viewers, if you want to participate in this project, please do so. You can follow the link below, which is latoken.com/io/MNR. If you do not have an account on LATOKEN, please simply go to the webpage, upload one piece of information, and then you're ready to trade.
All right.
Now, for our final questions, and I always like this related to the roadmap. Where do you think your project is going to be in the next 3 years?
Well, Gavin, you want to take this or shall I?
Go ahead. I mean, we know where we're going. Go ahead. I guess
well, yeah, well, look, our short-term plan is to launch in Singapore, obviously, because that's where we are based out of, and expand within Southeast Asia. Thereafter, we see ourselves expanding further into the rest of Asia and making sure that we have a good, strong foothold in the Asian market. And of course, our long-term plan is to expand into Europe and America and the rest of the globe thereafter. So that will be our long-term plan. So I would say Asia for the first 3 years, that will be our plan.
Okay, great. And how would that work? Expanding into other countries? Are you going to be depending on your community, or are you going to make strategic partnerships in order to enter new markets?
Well, of course, we will look into partnerships and also where our community is strongest. So we'll probably have like a voting system where we should go next or where we should start off and then take it from there.
Yeah. Kevin, do you wanted to say something?
Oh no, Chris. I was just gonna say it. He took it right out of my mouth. So.
Okay. So then it's basically we're going to focus on expansion.
Of course.
Yes, sir.
Okay, basically all expansion. Good. And what are your recommendation for our viewers today?
In terms of what, I guess. I mean,
can be general recommendation, or it can be a recommendation about the project.
I guess we would recommend the project.
Yeah, go ahead, Gavin.
Yeah, I guess we'd be recommending the project. I mean, we've worked hard to develop and grow thus far where we have come. We just recommend everybody to participate in the IEO. Tell your friends, family, get on board. It's for good causes. I mean, we are alleviating unemployment, and we are empowering the masses along the way. Giving back to the community, if you would say. So yeah, Chris, anything to add on, my friend?
Well, MOONER project is here for the long run. So that is the reason why even in our roadmap and in our planning, we have a legacy planning within the application itself. So legacy planning, for those who aren't aware, is basically a way for you to retire. So if you are a service provider within the application for a good number of years, we haven't have all this down in pen and paper, but we do have it, in our own personal discussions. But basically, if you provide, or if you are on the platform providing a service for a good number of years, we will make sure that your passive income, that whatever you have gained up to that stage, will be a passive income perpetually, without you having to carry on providing services or recommending new people. And so long as you've met a certain criteria or prerequisite that we've put in place, we will ensure that you will fall under our legacy planning pioneer, right? So these are certain attributes to prove that that we are here for the long run, and we are playing the long game. So it's not something that we want to exit or work towards exiting right now.
Great. Thank you for those words. Again, to our viewers, please remember that today starts, tomorrow, 18th of January, starts the second round, which will last until the 6th of February. And once again, you have down here the link where to participate with this project, latoken.com/IEO/MNR. And for more information about the project, to educate yourself, please visit moonercoin.io. With that said, Chris, Gavin, thank you very much for joining us today. It's been a real pleasure. Really, really interesting project. I'm really happy for you guys. I wish you all the best. And please, whenever you have any update, something new, do remember to come visit us again. We'd love to have a different show with you with more information. And definitely would love to hear more about the project.
Most definitely, Javier. Thank you for having us today. Thank you guys for joining us too. I guess I'll take part in the IEO that's going on right now. You'll be backing a project with a good cause. Till then, stay safe. Mask up, keep your family safe, and we'll speak to you soon. Chris, go ahead.
Thank you, Javier, for your time. Thank you for having us. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
Okay, Chris, Gavin, once again, thank you very much to viewers. Stay safe, and we'll see each other again. Have a great day. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
You too. Bye-bye.